All right, let's take a drive. Oh, by the way, tire monitor light has been on for 5 years. I've replaced all the TPMS sensors and it's still on, but the tires hold air. I want to disclose everything that I know is wrong with it. Let's see. This right here is a little loose. It's been loose probably for just as long, 5 years or so. This door handle, it's kind of funny. When you open it, you gotta have to press down or it won't open. You just pull on it, it won't open. So there's a few little quirks like that. It's a used car, you know, it's a 2011. And let's see, 200, let's go ahead and zoom in. 204,498 miles as of today, August 26th, 2026. But if you read the ad, you'll know this car is extremely well taken care of. And if you drive it, you'll buy it. If you're looking for something reliable, starts up, has AC and heat, windows go up and down, drives straight, doesn't vibrate, always reliable, had lots of recent work, preventative maintenance. Last year in 2025, a year ago this month, I completely rebuilt the cooling system. That's upper and lower radiator hoses, reservoir to radiator hose, new reservoir, new radiator, new water pump, everything. Not because anything was broken, but because it was from 2011 and we're in Las Vegas and we need to have a reliable cooling system. Right now, if you look at the wheel going down the road, my hand's not on the wheel. I'll put on the brake, my hand's not on the wheel. My legs are not on the wheel. I'm going left here though. So, works great. And you know something else? You don't look bad driving this car. Even though it's a 2011, from 25 feet away it looks amazing. From 5 feet away it still looks great for its age. And when you get inside, it's wonderfully comfortable. There's no doubt about that. I'll tell you one thing, I've owned this car since October of 2015. I was the second owner, and it's never left me stranded. Oh, I'll tell you something else. 2 years ago, in July of 2024, rebuilt transmission. And I can send you proof of that as well. This is a very reliable vehicle. If you need something that's reliable and doesn't break the bank, it's going to start up, has plenty of room to hold you, the kids. I mean, it's got a huge trunk. You could fit at least 3 bodies in there. I'm being serious. 4 if you squeeze them in. It's a great, reliable vehicle, and you're not going to be disappointed, and it's not going to disappoint you. It's a used car. There's going to be things wrong with it. Oh, August of last year, brand new tires, and I've probably put less than 10,000 miles on them. In fact, I know I have. Always had Mobil 1 oil changes. Rear differential's been serviced. 2024, all new brakes on all 4 corners. That's new rotors and pads. It's 4-wheel disc. Let's see, some other quirks. The automatic trunk does not automatically open anymore. Sorry. I could get that fixed, but Lincoln wanted like $2,100, and I just never got around to doing it. It's got new rear shocks. In fact, they're air shocks. This did not have the factory air suspension, so you don't have to worry about the complexity of airbags. But I did put air shocks on it because it has a Class 3 receiver hitch. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, in fact. So, because I put a receiver hitch on it, I used to have a small little utility trailer that I pulled around, and it's got the flat 4 hookup for the trailer, so you can completely legal. But the flat 4 is down here. All you got to do is fish it out, and you just put it out over here and close the trunk on it, and you can hook it up to your trailer. But was I kidding about the trunk? The spare was so old that I had to get a new spare. So that spare's in great shape. The other one just dry rotted. But if you wanted to fix the trunk and you're handy, you could get the parts used on eBay and you know, go to town. Let's see, what else have I done? So like I said, the tires are great. But yeah, let's take a look at what I've done under the hood. In addition to the normal servicing and the rebuilt transmission and always keeping it maintained. Oh, by the way, this is not a perfect vehicle. You know, the leather started to wear right here, so I fixed it with a leather repair kit. Same right here. You know, they wanted like $1,000 for the seat covers and leather, and I didn't want to put vinyl in it. You know, but it's you know, the leather on the steering wheel is still in great shape. The dash doesn't have any cracks. The headliner's in great shape, if you can see that. I already told you that's a little loose. It's been loose forever. That's missing. So when you open the door, you got to press down on it. If you don't press down on it when you pull, it doesn't, because this bolt back here broke. I guess if you went to a junkyard, you get, so, you know, it's a used car and it's priced accordingly. But it's also priced because it's very reliable, and I've always paid attention to the things that matter. So let's go underneath the hood. New reservoir, new cap, new radiator, new upper and lower hoses. Always keep a fresh air filter in it. Rebuilt alternator in 2024. That's the original alternator. I took it to a shop and had that alternator rebuilt. New water pump. This is something you're going to love since we're in Vegas. New condenser, 2024. Everything in the AC, you know, it lasted up to about 180,000 miles, and then it went kaput. So, new condenser, all new seals on the hoses, new compressor, new receiver dryer. You really can't see it, but right down there, but in there. New evaporator. Yeah, that was a bear. Let me tell you something else. That is hard to get out, but replaced, and it works great. The car runs great. I've always ran Mobil 1 full synthetic, and I don't run the 5W20, I run the 5W30. And that's exactly what the taxi fleets and all the fleets that use the Crown Vic, and the Panther platform is what this is called. This is the same as a Crown Victoria or the Mercury Marquis, but it's the Ford Lincoln. So, the Ford Lincoln. It's the Lincoln Town Car. So in addition to all that with the rebuilt transmission, anything that has ever gone wrong with it has been minor. Alternator. I keep the all new idler pulleys, idler tensioner, and the idler pulleys all new. Of course, this belt is less than 2 years old, so that's still in great shape. No, in fact, that's actually a year old, because when I did the cooling system, I replaced the belt. So that's 1 year old this month. So all the things that matter for reliability. If you're a single mom and you got kids, if you're a single dad like I was for so many years until my kids went off to college. This is why I bought this car, by the way. In 2015, I'd been a single father for 2 years, and I had a 5-year-old and a 13-year-old. And I had to make sure that we had reliable transportation. It served me well and still does. I'd put anybody I love in it right now and send them to New York City or Seattle. I've driven it back and forth to Seattle a few times. See, this is the air shocks, but this is the one for the left. Because one of the quirks about air shocks, and this is the one for the right. Because one of the quirks about air shocks is that if you put air shocks in with the T system, that when the car leans one way, it compresses that shock. Well, it causes that other shock to go up, because the air goes from that shock to the other shock. But when you have them on separate lines, it can't do that. And the air shocks work the way they're supposed to. So if you ever install air shocks on a car, use 2 separate lines. Yeah, it's a pain to put air in it, like every once in a blue moon, like every 8 months, when you have to add a little bit of air if you need to. I run around town with about 10 pounds in the air shocks. And then if I really load this up, because I've got a car top carrier that I'd put on it, and then I'd also put a car top carrier for a smaller car on the trunk, and then fill this massive trunk and be ready for a camping or a road trip, and I wouldn't get any sag because we have the air shocks in it. Folks, I'm telling you, you're going to love the car. It's 100% in great shape. Is it a used car? Yeah. Does it come with a guarantee? Absolutely not. You buy it, it's yours. I'll guarantee it as far as the driveway. But that's going to be the same with any car you buy that's used. I'll tell you something else I'll do though. For anybody that buys this car, right now it's got a full tank of gas. And if you drive it, you'll buy it. So that's a bonus right there, full tank of gas. By the way, it gets around 18 miles per gallon in town, and I get up to 22 on the highway, especially if I keep it under 70. So I've never driven this car hard. I don't romp on it. I don't floor it. I've made it last. So, but one of the things I'll do for anybody that buys this car is I'm a Buddhist and I chant every day. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And I'm going to chant for the buyer for 1 hour. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but if I chant for this car's success and your success with this vehicle, I think that puts a positive vibration out into the universe, and that's going to help you. And even if it doesn't help you, it's not going to hurt you. And that's me investing an hour of my time for the buyer of this vehicle. I want to see it go to a good home. I want to see it go to somebody that needs reliable transportation that doesn't look terrible. I mean, it doesn't look great. I mean, it doesn't look awful. Look at it. I think it looks great. We're in the parking lot of the Target over here on Sky Point Drive in the evening. Sun just set a little bit ago. I think it looks amazing. Look, see how many feet are we standing? About 5 feet. Does it have a couple dings? Yeah, it's got a few dings. It's got a few chips. You know, I got ripped off by a parking lot ding repair guy. He said he was going to fix this, and he didn't do a very good job, as you can see. I got hit by a security gate that closed on me right there. I think that's about the worst of it, though. I can't really see any other horrible dings. It's got a few little marks here and there. I did put, years and years ago, I put, it came with factory dual exhaust, but I put the bigger tips on it. So, anyway, folks, give it a try. Come down here and drive it. I'm in Northwest off of Cimarron and Elkhorn. And I think the first or second person that looks at this thing is going to buy it. So, anyway, good luck, and I hope to hear from you soon.